Welcome to our mid-innings broadcast of WION World of Cricket. I'm Esha Hansapal. After opting to bat first, which Babar Azam says he would have done too, well, Bangladesh have posted 204 all out in 45.1 overs. People who contributed with the bat, well, we have there was a partnership stand between Mahmudullah and Liton Das, and then of course there was Shakib Al Hasan also, who contributed 43 of 64 balls over there. And of course towards the end, Mehdi Hassan Miraj posted 25 of 30 balls. Shaheen Shah Afridi becomes the fastest Pakistan player to have reached 100 wickets. Well, that's quite commendable, and he took those 3 scalps also over in this match. He has a tally of around 15 to 16 wickets total in the World Cup so far, equaling with Adam Zampa. Those are his figures. But the question that I'm going to ask about today on this particular show from Dav Whatmore is 204 for 9. Have Bangladesh done enough? We always ask that towards the middle of the match, Dav.
Nope, I'm afraid not. If you're a Bangladesh fan, you're not going to be happy with their performance, I'm sure. Similar to what we saw yesterday with Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, one team didn't really look like they were fair income, like they were serious. Sadly for Bangladesh, I think they are well short, minimum 50 runs short of what the pass score should be. But as I always say, it's still only halfway, the game's only halfway done, and it depends on the ability and the efforts of the Pakistani batsmen to withstand that first onslaught of the new balls and then plain sailing after that.
Right. If you can just take a look at the innings progression as to how that went. Like you said, they are about 50 runs short, which is, say, the average on this particular ground is around 270 odd runs.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, 260 to 70
very
odd
fast
runs.
Outfield, eh?
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah. So this is what it is. 1 to 10 overs, 3.7, very low. 11 to 20th over, 5.9, 21st to the 30th over, 3.2, 31st to 40th, 6, and then they drop again. What do you make of this, Dav?
Yeah, well, look,
like
again,
there were these spurts of run scoring in between, and then they dip again.
Yeah. Well, when you lose some wickets right up in the front of the effort, like in the first 10 overs, 1 to 10 overs, it makes it a little difficult to come back from that, although they did okay in the second phase. But 3.7, you know, it's a very fast outfield. That ground is renowned for fast, quick scoring.
Yeah.
And 37 runs, okay, they got some reasonable bowling as well. That's okay, but no, don't lose 3 wickets. You know, they didn't need to do that. And shock horror, when they don't lose wickets, what happens? 59 runs. Okay, they got 60, one more in that 4th phase, but they lost 3 wickets doing it, and there was only really one partnership of any substance.
Yep.
Maybe another one, small one of 45, but really the Liton Das and Mahmudullah partnership of 79 runs that promised to be a lot more. And if we recall Liton Das's dismissal, gee, he'd be shaking his head. In fact, I think it was a world record for him to stay at the pitch when he was out. He stood there in absolute dismay. So that's sad. He's again, you know, got a start and failed to convert it, sadly.
Dav, you were talking to me about, and in fact we did speak about this in the preview show as well, the Bangladesh playing order, you know, the order at which these players are played, every match on match, is different.
Yes, I noticed.
You figured there seems to be a problem there. If you could just take us through that, through all these 7 matches that they played so far.
I'm not sure whether our viewers, people who write in, are aware or they're keen or they follow it a little bit. But I had a hunch that these, and I said it, that batsmen haven't got a settled position. I do understand it has to be flexible, Esha, but ideally if you have a settled position, you're able to practice with it as well in the nets. You have you know in your mind where you're going in. But when you start stopping and changing, it becomes a little bit unsettling. Now, I'll give you some examples here. The first three batsmen, which is more of a specialist position, fair enough. Number 1 and 2, Liton Das and Tanzid Hassan, nearly 100% of the time they're opening.
Yeah.
Every game, 1 and 2. Number
so
3...
pretty settled in.
Yeah, number 3 also, not the worst. And number 3 position is a very important position. This guy Shanto, out of 7 games, he's batted at number 3 4 times. And then he's gone at number 4 3 times.
Okay.
So, it's still upper order, but it's still not the same, right? Okay, let's go to...
A little bit of a ruffle between 3 and 4 is acceptable.
Yeah, let's go to now the most experienced player, Mushfiqur Rahim. Today he batted at number 4, which is the highest he's batted in this series. Normally he's a 6, so he's batted at 4, he's batted at 5, and he's batted at 6. 6 seems to be his preferred. There's 5 times he batted at 6. Okay, let's keep going. Mahmudullah, who has been one of their sort of informed batsmen of late, he missed out in the first couple of games. Came in, he's batted at number 5, number 6, number 7 and number 8. 4 places. Okay, let's go again. Saqib, the captain.
There's more to come.
Saqib, middle order player. Yep, okay. He's batted at number 4, number 5 and number 6. Today he batted at 6. A little bit lower than he should be. Now this young kid, Towid Ridoy, he's had 4 games and he's batted once at number 5 and 3 times at number 7. Now, this next one, it'll blow your mind. This one here, this is the kid who opened the batting and got 100. He's batted all over the place. This young Miraz, Mehdi Hassan Miraz, good player, very, very talented player. How's this? He's batted at number 3, number 4, number 5, number 7 and number 8.
That could also mean he's that good.
Yeah, man, he's all over the shop. Look, I know that there will be reasons given and, the captain or the coach may want... But this is a lot of changes, isn't it? Don't you think?
If you wish to play players in different positions, you'd probably be doing that before the World Cup to test them out in different positions, but you more or less know who plays at the best at what position. Yeah. What do you think is happening here, Dav?
I don't know whether they know themselves. What is the ideal position to where each player is suited? I think they've got a reasonable idea, but maybe because they're not winning, they're clutching at straws, they're making, decisions on the run. I just unsure, but it's not a settling thing for batsmen, I know that. They would much prefer to know generally where they're going to go in, because they can also practice that, and not only that, they can build up, the night before, thinking about, that position. And they generally prepare better. But I think this is counterproductive.
So how do you play a number 3 on the 7th spot? How can it vary to that large? Because they serve very different purposes.
Number 8.
Yeah.
He's batted at 8. This guy batted at 3 and he's batted at number 8. And before this World Cup...
And this is not an anomaly. It's been happening, as you pointed out, through all the games.
He's already opened as well before the World Cup and did really well. So I'm a little, unsure of exactly why, but I do know the effect it has, and it's a little unsettling, and it's a little counterproductive to what you really want in terms of players knowing generally where they're going to be expected to perform. So that's sad.
Do you think this accounts for their showing thus far in the tournament?
Well, it's a contributing factor, I reckon.
A major one.
Yeah, I reckon it's a contributing factor for sure. It's not it's something that a batsman he gets up in the morning on match day, he thinks, well, where am I going to bat today? It can be as silly as that, it can be as funny as that, but it's really not funny. I'm
pretty sure. What is your preferred lineup for this particular team? You've very judiciously studied all their positions. If you could suggest to us. I actually walked into Dav's room because I just wanted to check up on him, just make sure he's got some coffee and etc. to drink, and there he was doing this analysis, and very kindly he's now going to suggest to us, if he's managed to have time for that as well, where would you play these 8 boys? What is your preferred playing position for them?
Well, it's, well, you're looking at this and where they are at the moment, you'd like to think that, they need to shuffle a little bit, but I think Mahmudullah, I'd start with Mahmudullah, who is the informed batsman, and I reckon he should be given an opportunity to build an innings and have a longer time out there, because he's in form. And I think a number 4 position for him would be good, because, he's more likely to get a start and go on. Got 100. He's the only guy to get 100 for that for Bangladesh against some really good opposition. So maybe
So he plays on number 4.
Yeah. Saqib 5, Mushfiqur 6. That's a pretty decent, experienced middle order.
Yeah. Okay.
Now number 7, I would probably let that Mehdi Hassan Miraz bat at number 7 full time. Okay. And number 8, then you got a choice whether you play an all-rounder. They've been looking at Tawid Ridoy, and you can do that simply because 2 spinners bat a full batsman. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That is why you can have a Ridoy, a youngster, batting at number 8. So that's on paper. This team is good batting team on paper. It bats deep. So 2 spinners in that in top in
Even
the top
on
batters.
Current form?
No, not on current form. They have to perform, and then. But looking at this, they're a good, solid, with depth batting lineup.
Okay, so just to reiterate, you start with Tanzid Hassan, go on to Liton Das.
Shanto.
Those 2 open. Shanto.
3.
Then Mahmudullah.
4.
Mushfiqur Rahim, Saqib.
5.
Then Mushfiqur.
Left-hander, you see, lefty. 5.
Mushfiqur
6.
6. Mehdi Hassan Miraj 7. And Tawid Ridoy 8. And then
9, 10, Jack.
Then you have.
Then you have the bowlers.
Then you have the bowlers.
So that is a pretty decent one, And yes, there will be situations where you'll need to change. Saqib being a left-hander, you may want him to come a little bit earlier, or you may want to hold him back because there's a left-arm spinner yet to bowl. So you can hold him back a little bit, So for those reasons, it can be a little flexible. But generally, that's a good lineup. But they're not in form at the moment. And then the reasons for that could be varied, many.
Do you see Pakistan winning this?
I think Pakistan are going to be very happy. And as we talked about before, when you finish the first innings, who goes into that dressing room on a high and who goes on a low? Pretty clearly, right? Pakistan are going to waltz into that room feeling very good about themselves. And what normally happens, it returns. It begins. The second half begins in the same way. So I think if you're a Pakistan fan, you'd be very optimistic, and rightly so, that they're going to take the points today.
A word on Pakistan bowling performance today, especially Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Yeah, he's equal the top now. He's on 16. Zampa, he's on 16 wickets. Along with Zampa, he's on 16 wickets. So look, he started slowly. Right? With
an economy of 2.5
today. Today was brilliant.
Yeah,
on a wicket that is pretty good for batting. Very fast outfield, not that big, and he produced the goods today. Particularly when he came back and he was asked to do one job in that middle overs, get me a wicket. And he got the set batsman out, Mahmudullah. That was a really good effort. This boy here, he's had a lot of criticism, hasn't he? I like this fellow because he's wholehearted. Okay, he hasn't played a lot of domestic cricket, I believe, so he has to go back and do the hard yards, but he just knows one way. He runs in hard and gives effort. Skill-wise is a little down because he's short and wide and full, and he gets hit. Man, he got hit against Australia. 28 runs in that first over, right?
Yeah.
But he came back today and he picked up 3 wickets today, didn't he? And his overall tally, here he goes.
I think he got 2 today.
2 for today. Okay,
Yeah.
2. So he's now, what's he got? Harris Ross, 12 wickets, I think.
Yeah, he's got Raheem today and Shakib Al Hasan.
Yeah, for the series, for the World Cup.
Yeah, I do not have his total
think it's
tally
12
on me right now, but definitely a handy bowler in there. He's got two big ones today as well. He's got Shakib Al Hasan and Mushfiqur Rahim.
Yeah. 2 big scalps.
Yeah.
You know, that's...
And then Mohammad Wasim also gets 3 wickets. You have, he took Mehdi Hassan Miraz, Taskin Ahmed, and Mustafiz.
He was not your first choice, was he? Mohammad Wasim Jr.
Yeah.
He was not first choice. He had to sit on the bench, take the water in. Good lad. He was doing all the right things. And when he got his opportunity, I think he took it. You know, he was on the field as 12th man for quite a while in the initial matches.
Yep.
And he really threw his body around, so he's very much a team-orientated player from what I see, with a very strong arm. And I was so happy for him too, because these guys who, you know, are not the preferred ones, they wait their turn, they get a chance, 3 for 31.
Yeah.
You know, and a nice little reverse swing at the end too. You know, he was instrumental in that.
How good a measure is this particular match of his skill set?
Yeah, I think it's on display today. Yeah, for sure. And you can feel it, Esha, can't you? The team today, Pakistan team, was more like they should have been in this whole tournament. Okay, it's relative to performance. You know, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? You know, do you happy on the field gives you wickets, or wickets makes you happy? You know, it's a bit of both, and you can see the camaraderie, the happiness returning on their faces. They were enjoying it, you know. So with each wicket you get, you enjoy more, but you've got to also enjoy it when you're not getting wickets. And they look like they're finally gelling with 2 games left to go. I'm pretty sure they'll get the points today, and they got 2 more to go, and they could be a spoiler. They could
the
be
next 2 games that they're playing are New Zealand and England. If you just pull up those fixtures, we can have the dates.
And do we know where again? I'm not sure.
If you give me a minute, I did make a note of that.
If they're playing New Zealand next?
New Zealand and England. I'll just get
the dates. I tell you what, they
in a
could
minute,
spoil. I'm telling you, they. I got this little feeling.
Mathematically speaking, Dav, they still do have a very, very slim chance of making it to the semis. Whether or not it's realistically possible is subject of another debate, but here it is. It's Bengaluru and Kolkata. Yeah,
I'm not sure about Bengaluru, Chinnaswamy. New Zealand, you know what you're going to get with them, yeah? They're coming out and they're not going to give you an inch.
Yep.
They're going to be, just do everything as correctly as they can and wait for you guys to make a mistake, which sadly Pakistan are more than capable of making a mistake or 2. So if they are to beat New Zealand, it's going to take an absolute huge performance. Probably a Shaheen Afridi masterclass, 5 for, you know, to break open one end and just bore through. But it's going to be difficult at Bengaluru. But still, I think today, get the points, and that team is buoyant. You know, that snowball gets bigger as it rolls down the mountain. So the confidence in that snowball is getting bigger.
Are you looking forward to the new opener coming among the ranks?
Well,
not the new one,
they're returning.
Yeah, the returning opener. Do we expect fireworks from him after that little rest that he got there? Do we expect a change of form?
A little enforced rest, I think. He had a knee or something, didn't he? He's got a perennial knee. He got a dicky knee.
Yeah.
Look, I think he'll quite enjoy this wicket. You know, he'll enjoy if he gets it through the infield. He's going to get some value for his shots. And to me, he's very strong outside the off stump, or just round the off stump. And if he times a few early, confidence goes up. You know, we'll be home early tonight. That's for sure, you know.
Okay, so should Australia err, do you see Pakistan coming on the 4th spot?
Well, as I said, they play New Zealand next. Right? That's going to be a real toughie.
Yes.
I mean, I got a little carried away, but when I saw that, I'm thinking, you know, the job ahead of them is so hard.
They almost defeated South Africa.
Yes, they did, in Chennai. In Chennai, different wicket.
So this is a taller order to climb,
what's happening now, they are facing the troubles from 2 weeks ago, not now, you know. They should have won a couple of those games, at least be competitive, which they weren't. Four on the trot, they lost. So today they're making up for amends. Could have won last game as well. They could have been, you know, 3 on the trot, and this could be their 4th win, but not to be. No, I can't. No, I don't think so.
But you know what, Dav? Diamonds are made under pressure.
Yeah.
And let's hope for a good game. You never know. It could be a repeat of the game against South Africa.
Diamonds are forever too, aren't they?
Yes.
And
diamonds
are a girl's best friend.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I remember.
Yes, I'm not sporting too many of them, though. Well, none, actually. Not today. All right, let's go over to some comments that we've been getting, and there it is. Noddy. Okay, I'm going to take the first comment from Noddy, who says, not naughty, Noddy.
Noddy, yeah.
It's
a cartoon character, isn't it? Noddy.
Yeah. It is. I remember reading Noddy books when I was much younger. Okay, he says, even Nawaz is looking like a better option than Usama. Shows how poorly our spinners have been bowling since the last few months.
Spinners, actually, I saw a statistic there. In the middle overs, spinners hardly contribute.
Yeah.
In terms of getting a wicket.
Wickets.
Yeah, it's the pacers that's been doing it.
Why do you think that's the case, though?
I'm not sure they are good enough.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that. Why do you think that is the case, though? Because this wicket, as before one went into the match, everybody said it's dry, will turn, probably a spinner's paradise. And what just goes ahead and happens there? Is it the pitch, or what is it?
No, it's an inability to land the ball consistently. From what I'm watching, all these games, and it's the inability to land it. You know, as a batsman, you know, okay, I'm not going to take any risks here. Anything good, I'm just going to pat back, because I know there's a 4-ball coming for me. There's a loose one coming. And when you know that and it happens, no risk, you know. What you want to do is to get the batsman to be looking for that boundary, because you're not getting a boundary ball coming. Sadly, that's not happening, and therefore, you know, it's a risk-free batting, and they're getting knocked around the park, and the result is no numbers on that wickets column. Yeah. Little numbers.
Absolutely. In fact, which team, according to you, however, has the best performing, group
with
of
wickets,
spinners?
with the spinners?
Yeah.
I think you need to look at who's leading this thing. And up the top, you got a guy called Mitchell Santner, who was up the top for the first number of games. Yeah. And he bowls 1 in the power play, the 9th over, or maybe the 10th, I'm not sure, 1 in the power play, and he just rolls it over in the middle. And if he's leading that wicket-taking column for quite a while, he's not leading now, but he's right up the top, that suggests he's doing his job for New Zealand. Yeah. And then you got that left leg spinner from Australia who bowled a heap of rubbish in that first couple of days.
Yeah, you weren't very fond of him early on.
But all of a sudden, you know, after getting that spasm in his back, he got it, you know, worked on, and he came and he took a couple of wickets, and that set him on the road, and now 3 forfeits, I think. And he's now equal top, and that, along with a couple of these fast bowlers who've done the damage. And you know, Australia also now is looking the goods, because they're picking up some wickets in that middle.
So these two for you?
These two for me, yeah.
The best ones so far.
You know, there's India as well. You know, India's getting wickets in the middle. Ravindra Jadeja may not have so many, but he's playing his part. Yeah. He's as tight as they come. Very difficult to score off him. Wicket to wicket. Difficult to take, you know, to hit across him.
What about Yadav?
Yadav, because now it comes, who am I going to hit? I'm going to hit the wrist spinner. Blimey, there's no loose ones. And so and he bamboozles them with his, googlies.
Googlies.
So they're also a team. Shock horror, they're leading. Why? Not only are they getting runs, you've got to get wickets as well. And here's also another reason why.
Okay. Excuse me. Ali says, from Pakistan's overreaction on the field, especially after losing 4 games on the trot and defeating the worst team of the tournament, is crazy. Well, they're happy. They've gone through their fair bit of challenges.
The worst team was what, Bangladesh? I don't understand that.
I don't know what he means to say is their overreaction on the field. Defeating the worst team of the tournament, I am assuming he has assumed that Bangladesh is going to not get this one. And
well, the worst team at the moment is England, aren't they?
Yeah.
They played England? No, they haven't. No.
No, they play England as their last fixture after New Zealand.
Right. Well, that'll be another good one. Let's see. Because at the moment they're the worst team, isn't it?
I do, however, feel that the one against New Zealand will also be interesting.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, Paolo asks, who among you all thinks that Pakistan has played well? Do you think they played well? Yeah, okay. Dav agrees with you, Paolo. Faizan says, Shaheen now has 30 wickets in ODI World Cups. Out of his 100 ODI wickets, 30% came in ODI World Cups. Also, only 2 Pakistani pacers have taken 100 wickets, each in tests and ODIs since 2000s. Umar Gul and Shaheen Shah Afridi. I think he's complimenting Shaheen Shah Afridi there. Of course, commendable performance there.
Ditto.
Faizan. Lucky says, Bangladesh should go under qualification test first before opting for the World Cup. Their performance is the worst since ages.
Age qualification?
Okay.
Bone test?
No, what he asks or suggests is they should go under the qualification test for the World Cup.
Right. Like you should have sent them to Zimbabwe to qualify to come to earn their right.
Yeah, that's what he means.
Well, that's a bit mean, isn't it?
It's a little harsh, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, they earned their spot here, right?
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
just happened
and
that
the match is still not over. You never really know if Bangladesh is getting this or not.
But they were a little out of form coming into this competition.
And happens to the best of the teams, I would say, through the entire World Cup journeys we've seen.
That little friction beforehand didn't help.
Yeah.
Tamim Iqbal and captain didn't help.
Okay, Vikram asks, is Wasim Jr. the best reverse swing bowler in this World Cup till now?
Up till now. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. There hasn't been too many opportunities for balls to reverse. I think he did a wonderful job today.
Okay.
Hit the stumps all the time. Yeah.
Vikram, Dav agrees with you. Okay, another praiseworthy comment for Wasim. Hitain says, Wasim was brilliant with the old ball in the last and today's match. Why not drop Harris and play with Shaheen, Hassan and Wasim in the next matches if Hassan is truly fit?
Was he fit today, Hassan Ali? I don't know. But, it's nice to have Harisrov, because he's fast.
No, he's not. He's benched for today's game.
Yeah, it's nice to have a real out-and-out speedster. Okay, but if he can replicate this sort of economy, he doesn't have to get those wickets. If he can replicate that economy, whoa, that's a big asset.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a full-hearted bowler who just gives effort every ball.
That's a good point. Okay, this is the last one I'm going to take, and then Dav has to go for another broadcast at 6:30 on WION World of Cricket.
I forgot.
That's how busy cricket keeps us, that we forgot hosting the cricket shows.
Yeah.
Okay, Reena says, for someone who has a history of being nasty towards younger players, I'm pleasantly surprised at Waqar Younis backing Babar Azam.
Well, miracles can happen, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, Waqar, I haven't heard him too much today, but, is good to know that he's backing, his own players. Too often, ex-players are a bit critical, which is not good.
Okay, the last one. Ishan asks, is Shaheen Shah Afridi the best ODI bowler in the world right now?
Oh, he's turned the corner, I tell you.
Yeah.
He's come up. He's
But a few others also feature on
He's
the list.
leading the wicket takers. Let's wait till another game or so, and then he might get the golden ball or something. I don't know, the golden
we don't
bat.
have that in cricket, yeah.
Yeah, no, but he's doing really well, because he started really slowly.
Okay, all right. With that, we have to wrap up this edition of WION World of Cricket. We will be getting back to the match now, and from the corner of my eyes, I can see there are about six
for none.
runs posted. Yeah?
6 runs, no wicket, and this is the last ball of the second over.
Yeah. Does it look slow just to me, or do you think it's too soon to assess?
It's
But it's
okay,
just
no.
it's 2 overs.
No problem. They can make that up anytime.
Yeah?
Yeah, anytime they flex their muscles, they can easily
I
make
was
it
not
up.
coming to a conclusion, but it's just that, every over one watches with bated breath. Okay, Dav, we will let you go now, and that's all we have for you in this edition of WION World of Cricket. But make sure you keep tuning into it, because we'll be getting you all the updates, also the post-match show. Bye-bye.